What is up, everyone? Welcome back to more of SpellForce 3 Soul Harvest. Last time we left off here, and we were just going to be selling and trading and buying stuff, and we just finished what we were doing. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into the chat here.
Yes?
How did you come to serve as quartermaster for the Royal Army?
Me? Injured my knee some years back, but still wanted to serve. So they put me on supplies. Then I worked my way up to here.
I want to hire new mercenaries.
How are our provisions?
Recovering. It takes time to procure new materials and goods, but we're getting there. Thanks to Corporal Tahar, there's no war to worry about, at least.
Alright.
Farewell.
Good day, General.
Okay, now let's talk to this guy.
If it isn't the puny paleskin, yes?
So, you're a smith for the Orcish part of the Wolf Guard?
I chose to lend my divine skills to the Wolf Guard, yes.
I see. You call Greykeep a lair of cretins. How come you left Barga Gore to come here then? To help circle Mage Gore and the Wolf Guard, I take it.
What? Oh, no. The Wolf Guard are sweet, but let's just say I'm suffering for my art.
What do you mean?
Well, back in Barga Gore, I made an axe for the chieftain's cousin. High quality as always. The idiot takes it on a hunt and embarrasses himself. Anyway, he comes back and starts yelling at me that I gave him a faulty axe.
Did you?
Of course not. These hands are incapable of subpar work. So yes, I tell him to go roast in the flames of Barga Gore, but he's unrelenting. Finally, he says, try swinging it at me. You'll see how useless it is.
Please don't tell me you...
He was asking for it, and you know what they say, customer is king.
That's one way of looking at it. So you killed him.
I'm not crazy, General. I just chopped off his right hand. In a single swing, too, in case you had doubts about the axe.
You are crazy. I'm sure that made everything better. Is that a good axe? What do you think?
Sure.
Number 2, right?
Yep.
My apologies for doubting you. I'm sure that made everything better.
Apology accepted. Anyway, turns out the chieftain did not appreciate me teaching his idiot cousin a lesson. The ungrateful sod banished me, after years of making weapons for his army. And that's how I ended up in this bloody place. Terrific story, isn't it? Well, at least they appreciate my talent around here.
Well, that's quite a story, Burgal. Why exactly do you need the essence of a vengeful
I knew it. Human nature, I suppose.
Excuse me?
Look, puny paleskin, I appreciate your interest in my work, but you can't just go asking people to give up their trade secrets. Do you go up to the cook and ask her what her secret ingredient is?
No, you're right. I just want to know more about my relic. I do actually. I'm gonna go for 2.
I'm just trying to learn more about what makes my relic powerful.
What's that human saying? Curiosity murdered the pig and baked it into a pie?
You mean curiosity killed the cat?
Bottom line, don't be a pig, puny paleskin. And don't be a pie.
I kind of want to see what the other...
Why exactly do you need the Excuse me?
Look, puny paleskin.
I kind of want to know what the other one is.
I appreciate your interest in my work, but...
As a matter of fact, I do.
Typical paleskins. What's that human saying?
Oh, okay.
You
Same
mean
thing.
curiosity?
Yeah, it's basically a
Bottom
repeat.
line,
Okay.
Don't be a pig.
So, about my relic.
What about it? I need spirit essence.
Right, I'll go get some. Here's that spirit essence you...
Splendid! Just give me a moment, and prepare yourself. My wares are known to blow the wearer's minds.
I'm sure I'll be impressed.
No, I'm not speaking metaphorically. Looking at Burgle's fine craftsmanship is known to cause aneurysms in my clients.
How often does that happen?
More often than you think. But, what is life without a touch of risk and adventure? I can craft you different variants, choose which one suits you, and then brace yourself.
Well, we have another vengeful spirit too.
Alright.
Ooh, get some good stuff here.
Okay, so imbued...
Emberian necklace is what you want on. That's a good one.
The best one is the resistance to everything, by the way.
Yeah, Emberion.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that.
Oh, they're both named the same thing. Oh.
Here it is.
No, one gives block, the other one gives resistance.
No, they're both called the
Its
same.
magical
Yeah.
properties will surely help you dominate anyone on the battlefield. Ah, and take this too. It's a little byproduct from my crafting. With it, you can burn corpses to your heart's content. No oil required.
I don't want to...
Well met. Oh, Sarak's fangs. Wait, if you happen to stumble upon more grudge-bearing spirits, bring me their essence. I might be able to hammer even more power into your trinket.
Okay. Thank you, Burgle. I have to be going.
Yes, do as you please. Now, back to work.
Alright. So, now I have 75 health, and plus 10 resistance to range, attack, sword, melee, and I think that's light power, and then trebuchet. Alright. Now we just gotta go in here and talk to people.
The Throne Hall, the inviolable inner sanctum of Greykeep. Here lies Nortender's seat of power, the seat from which her sovereign strikes accords and passes judgment. There is a certain hush to the cavernous hall and its many passages, as if the legacy of kings and queens fills the expanse with dignified certainty.
All right. Time to report to Her Majesty.
Alright, first we'll talk to the one guy, so can fill his quest out.
Interesting.
Oh, well, here.
Restore
never mind.
Windwall to its former glory. This is worse than I thought.
I don't get it. And the people actually buy into this rubbish?
I am not surprised. King Rorik was never popular. He was a bad ruler, volatile and cruel. It is not half as bad as this Arrakis makes it out to be, but Windholm did suffer under him. It is only logical to long for a savior after a period of hardship.
We should send an emissary. Maybe we can resolve this through diplomacy.
We tried this while you were gone. The gate guards sent our diplomat right back and made it very clear that they have no intention of listening to human lies anymore.
Oh, well, that takes care of that.
If we wait, the problem might solve itself.
Yeah.
However, this priest is... We need to stop him. Or whoever. Shouldn't the dwarves resolve this matter on their own?
Is this really our responsibility? Shouldn't we let the dwarves resolve this matter on their own?
Dracot was the second time they have attacked Nortander, and it might not be the last. I will think on the matter. Either way, you did well, General. There is one more matter I want you to look into for your proving, and it's of equal importance. Skadar?
Sure, I'll make it short. I believe that the entity Rondar Kane mistook for Aenir is attempting to re-enter our world.
The God of Light.
You don't sound too surprised.
I had a suspicion. Anyway, please keep going.
Of course. General Erev, have you ever heard of the Tapestry of Souls?
No.
It's a pattern. Every sentient creature has a spark of magic, a flame linked directly to the Archfire, the essence of life. I've noticed a change in this pattern, an irregularity, if you will.
area. The Circle and the Greykeep scholars have surely researched the God of Light after the Purity, haven't they? What do you know about it?
Very little. It's an entity from a place between realities that will devour a world once it enters it. Also, several religions and myths mention it, especially those from the early days of EO. An ancient god, in other words. There's a promising lead we're currently following, but it's too early to tell yet.
Now you've sparked my interest.
A place between realities. Is there more than just one reality?
Did you just say a place between realities?
Right. I always forget that so few people know about this.
That's because these other realities hardly affect our own world. People care only as far as their eyes can see. But yes, General, there is more than just our reality. Billions of them, to be precise. Some of them alike, others so alien that our minds couldn't even grasp them. But this is a complicated topic. If you want to know more, we can talk later.
I see. You're well informed about this. How come?
Well, probably because it's my profession. Before I became an exile, I studied the... how should I put it? The ethereal aspects of life. Birth and death, the miracle of consciousness, the nature of reality. There is far more to the world than the eye can see.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
Maybe, but they are all of a similar nature. Phenomena that cannot be grasped by observation alone.
What kind of irregularity did you observe?
Hard to describe. In keeping with the metaphor, if every living being is a flame, then the entirety of life would be millions of lights in darkness. Lately, lights are dying out in a strange pattern. Entire clusters all at once.
What makes you think the God of Light has anything to do with this?
Battles, maybe?
In battles, people die one after another. In quick succession, maybe, but not all at once. This isn't the case here. Imagine 50 candles standing next to each other, all smothered by a sudden fist.
What makes you think these vanishings have anything to do with the God of Light?
Well, that's hard to describe to a layman. Roughly put, they are similar to what happened in the Tapestry of Souls when Rondar Lacane opened the tear back in the Purity Wars to let the God of Light into our world. It was like something shifted. But while that shift was like an earthquake back then, these vanishings feel like little tremors.
No offense, but that sounds a bit esoteric.
It's not, though. Back then, I felt that shift too. And it's true that something's been off since a couple of months now.
If it eases your skepticism, the mages of the Greyfall University shared a similar concern with us recently. I would not pursue this if I considered it nonsense. Something is happening, and so far, Skadar is the only one with a trail.
Let me summarize. You think the God of Light is returning to our world?
Could the dwarves be behind this soul vanishing? High Hierophant Arrakis?
I doubt it. The only magic dwarves are capable of is earth-shaping. And even if they were able to tamper with the Tapestry of Souls, I don't see what they'd gain from it. That isn't to say that you're wrong. I just don't think it's likely.
Could that catatonic dwarf in Windwall have been a victim of this irregularity? He seemed, well, soulless.
I had the same thought when I saw him, though he did still have bits of his soul left. In other words, it might be related to the matter, or it might not be.
Why didn't you tell us then?
Because it was, and still is, a hypothesis. Also, our mission wasn't to investigate the soul vanishing, rather than to deal with those mad dwarves.
Lies. He was never there.
Let me summarize. You think the God of Light is planning a return into our world, and it shows through an irregularity in the Tapestry of Souls?
That's correct.
And you're here because you want to stop him?
I took the liberty to assume that's what we all want, so yes. But if you need another incentive to pursue this, I think finding the cause of the vanishings can also help the Crown to put another matter at rest. Tahar's death.
How?
Well, Tahar was killed while investigating rumors of disappearances around small villages, correct? As it happens, I only recently observed another occurrence of this soul vanishing in a village in La, the Dark Elven realm.
You think Tahar's death and these vanishings are connected?
It's a possibility.
Even if there is no connection, Skadar is right. Investigating this threat is in all our interests. General Arev, you and the Wolf Guard will examine this recent case of the soul vanishing in Lar. Try to find out what is behind this, and whether it is indeed connected to the God of Light, or maybe even to Tahar. Wraith Skadar and his mercenaries will accompany you.
Mercenaries?
The Black Company.
What is the Black Company? What do we need mercenaries for?
What do we need mercenaries for? The Wolf Guard has troops.
Well, I have reason to believe that this mission will require a specific set of skills which your men don't possess. Dark Elven skills, if you want. And don't worry, as I have a personal interest in seeing this matter resolved, I have already accounted for the expenses, at least for this mission.
It is better this way. Moving a Nortandian battalion into Dark Elven territory would be a political tightrope act. If it's just contractors, well, no one can prove that they are working for us.
Why do you need the Crown's help for this? Why not ask your own people instead?
Because he has been exiled.
Correct. I have abandoned my role in the Exalted Father's realm. And even though I would deal with this threat myself, it exceeds my means. Which is why I came here for help.
And why make this your responsibility?
Because the end of the world would affect me as much as it would affect you. I'm not an idealist, General Arev, but this threat is too big for anyone to ignore.
How come you abandoned your country?
Personal reasons.
How can we trust you? I understand. Fair enough. This is important.
I understand.
Good.
Isn't it risky to send the Wolf Guard after another case of disappearances?
Yes, it is. One more reason to stay vigilant.
What if the Purity is behind both? The vanishings and Tahar's death?
It's possible, though I don't see how they would accomplish that. Also, their goal was to bring Aenir into the world, not the God of Light.
Perhaps they worship this new god.
I doubt it, but we'll find out soon enough.
What is the Black Company?
Dark Elven ex-military. They are new on the market. But for what it's worth, their leader is an acquaintance of mine, so I know they are reliable.
The village is about a week's journey from here, so you and the company will set out as soon as possible. Go there and find out what happened. This audience is concluded.
How's it come lying?
What's
Wraith was
this?
not at that
General,
mission.
did you have any luck tracking down those survivors?
I did. They knew your sister.
And? Do they know what happened to her?
They didn't know.
She died helping them escape. Even when some of them made it out, she stayed behind to try to help others.
That sounds like her. She really is gone then.
You were hoping she was still alive?
No, well, maybe. You never know until you know, right? I guess that's what hope is sometimes. Wishing when it doesn't make any sense. It's only a delusion if you're wrong. Thank you for this, General. Knowing she saved people, it helps. Please excuse me now. I need some time.
Of course. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Tiara's light, General.
Alright, look at that. Alright, so look in it. So we got 3,000. Okay, an amulet of resistance. Auto attacks gain damage type. No. Focus ring. Health ring. Notification ring. Flashy power reserve. 30% power blind light. Wind. Salvage wind. Shield. Bastion Valier. I don't know what I should go for. They just go for
these things apply for abilities.
Yeah.
And we don't have any of these abilities.
Yeah. So I just go for the money. Because one goes for health, actually, but I don't... Just go for the money?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do we have?
General, is there anything I can help you with?
What's your story? How did you become ambassador of the realm?
Oh, well, it's not an exciting story if that's what you were hoping for. I'm the son of Gyros de Bros.
The de Bros? The mayor of Greyfell?
Yes, my path was pretty much paved the moment my parents found out that I was gifted. A royal mage took me under his wing, and I joined the university when I was only 15 years old, where I studied the 5 languages, history, diplomacy, and magic. Since I wasn't an exceptional mage, but performed quite well in other disciplines, my father suggested that I pursue a career in politics, as he had done. That I did, and here I am, 13 years later, and ambassador of the Queen.
You speak all of the 5 languages?
More or less, yes, though my Elven and Empyrean have gotten a little rusty.
I might be wrong, but you don't seem too happy about your achievement.
What? No, of course I am. What about you? How did you join the military?
Well, I was born into a military family. It wasn't that much of a choice.
I can relate. Either way, is there anything else I can assist you with?
What are your thoughts on all this? The dwarves?
I wish I knew. Truth be told, in my experience, it's best if you don't think about these matters too much. Their causes, their implications. Instead, you should focus on what you can do about it. This is how I approach most aspects of life. Act, don't brood. Also, I fully trust Her Majesty, and since she has put her faith in you, I do the same.
I'm flattered. I wish to talk to Her Majesty.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Her Majesty is occupied with other matters.
Alright.
So long.
Tiara's light, General.
Alright. Now I think we can head out now.
Interesting.
Where are you going?
I'm looking. Alright.
What's this? What do we have here?
Oh. At the world map?
Yeah, just hit the world map.
No.
Wait.
Yeah, I might give me out there.
Where you been?
I've got but the little travel map.
Alright. Yeah, that's a lot of dialogue there. Sorry about that. It's all important to the story, though.
It's all boring nonsense. We want action.
Don't worry, you're gonna get some action. Mati. I don't even know what the song is. I like it though. There we go. Alright, so Dark Elf Realm has been unlocked. Alright, Golden Road.
Now, we do have another location. Find the essence of our Avenger Sphere. Okay.
Yeah, but that's not a location, that's just a quest line.
Yeah.
Alright. It's probably best to just head straight to the
Swamp Plains?
Silver Dwarf.
Huh?
Silver Dwarf Hollow. Cooler. Again. Windwall outskirts. I'm thinking of that one area with those bandits. Remember that hidden behind the wall, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we can't go there yet.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the left. This head to the swamp then. The main quest, the vanishing. Okay. We really should be taking the archer girl with us, but we can't because Wraith is region locked with us. So.
Wait, do we not have a healer?
That's me. I'm a healer as well, but I'm just saying, like, if we take usually in the single player, because we are playing multiplayer, so things are gonna have to be different. In single player, it's main character, me, Yana, Wraith, and then an extra per character. So, yeah. So we'll just have to play like this. So, sorry guys, you're not gonna get the full story. You have to watch because usually there's dialogue with her as well when she's with us. So let's just start it.
Light rain falls from an overcast sky as you and the Black Company leave the Greyfell walls behind you. It continues for days. The lands are enfolded in a strange half-light, as though the sun has lost part of its vigor. Still, there's a sense of awakening all around you. Children play on the village streets. Farmers work their acres with weary but content faces. Maybe the Queen was right, you think, as you retire to your tent after the first day's journey. Maybe this is the cusp of a new era. Sleep comes quickly.
The dream. Something's different this time.
You? Now that's unexpected.
What are you talking about, ma'am?
You've come here 100 times, but your mind was never willing to let you pass this point. Yet here you are, and something about you is different. What is it, I wonder? Did you finally stop trying to outrun your shadow?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, can we stop this folly and continue on to your village? The Dawn Reapers won't wait for us.
As you command, General. Where were we? Right. You and I were on our way to meet your Colonel Rickus in Cavil and organize the village defenses. To avoid the roaming orcs that you ordered my son, Kieran, to deal with, we took a secret path. Go ahead, General. Step through. If you don't mind my saying, General, I see why my son admires you. You're a good leader.
What makes you say that?
Well, you're not afraid to put your own life on the line for the greater good. You could have just stayed back at the outpost, but you didn't, for the sake of my village. That's the hallmark of a great leader.
The Crown doesn't seem to agree with that.
What do you mean?
There's another Nortandian general serving in Imperia at the moment, Karas. Last week, the Crown decided to promote him instead of me to Major General, even though he does nothing but sit on his hands all day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's just a title. Interesting. Keep it up.
All right. Now we just need to follow the road to the... Guardians, do you see that?
A dead orc. Huh.
What is he doing so close to the village? I don't get it, General. You said they wouldn't arrive before nightfall.
According to our scouts, they shouldn't. I'm sorry, I don't understand this myself. Still, no reason to panic. Their main horde can't have possibly made it past the Red Ridge yet, and even if they did, Colonel Rickus is already there.
But...
It's gonna be all right. Now, where's your village? We shouldn't waste any more time.
Okay, I'll show you. Follow me.
This way.
Are you just sitting back watching, or is this like...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You.
Oh, okay.
Like, do you see my character anywhere?
No.
Another barrier.
And here we are again. I had a feeling this would happen.
What? What is this?
Didn't I tell you already? It's your cowardice. Yes, you've shoveled away some of the earth, but it seems as though you're still not ready to see the corpse buried beneath. But I understand, Arab. If I were you, I'd be scared too. Now go, will you? It's time to wake up.
You bolt awake. Save for the chirping of cicadas and the crackling of the brazier in your general's tent, there's silence. With a sigh, you let yourself fall back into your bed, trying to make sense of what just happened. An hour later, just as the blackbirds and swamp pheasants start their song, you get up and take a walk through the quiet camp. The same day, in the early afternoon hours, you arrive at the border of the Loranian swamp. According to the maps, the village where the occurrence took place is near.
Here we are, the Loranian swamp.
Not the most hospitable of places. Is there a reason dark elves settle in caves?
Because they are easy to defend. I pinpointed the soul vanishing to a small village deeper in the swamp. It's off the map, but we should be close. I suggest we take a look at it while the Black Company set up camp in the south.
And are you certain they can be relied on? We need them armed and ready if anything happens.
They'll be ready when we need them. Shall we, General? General?
What? Oh, yes, sure. Sorry, I didn't sleep well.
So I heard. Let's be off.
All right.
Really?
Health potions.
Ralsane.
Charge.
By the... Wait, we don't mean any harm, we...
Kill them!
Attack!
What do you need?
Is that the best you can do?
Tiara's breath. Why do they attack us? Who were they?
Infiltrators. Dark elven soldiers. Claws, this is bad. Come, let's talk to the survivor.
Hello? Are you alright?
Okay.
Strange. He doesn't even seem to be aware of us.
Reminds me an awful lot of that dwarf we found in Windwall. The one with the archaeologist.
Of course. Wraith, what do you make of this?
He's empty.
I beg your pardon?
This man, somebody siphoned his soul. That's interesting.
Do you think these Dark Elves did this?
That's the most obvious explanation, isn't it? The question is how they did it. I've never seen anything like it.
Just like the dwarf in Windwall, then?
Not quite. That dwarf in Windwall still had a bit of his soul left, as though only a part of it had been extinguished. This man is gone. Completely and utterly gone.
How do you know his soul's gone?
I told you it's my profession. Normally, every living being has a flame, which dies if that being's shell ceases to function. This man's body, however, still appears intact. Only his essence is gone.
In other words, someone stole his soul?
His essence, yes. He can't hear, he can't feel, he can't think. He's been turned into a hull.
Then I guess we found the cause of these soul vanishings, didn't we? And whoever is responsible for it.
Probably, but let's not jump to conclusions. Let's see what happened in this village first.
Agreed, let's... Wait, what's happening?
It must be done.
You'll regret this.
Guardians, what was that? He transformed?
He did.
Why, though? Do you think he reacted to our presence?
No. No, I don't think so. It almost felt as though someone did this.
You mean, someone knows we're here and turned this man into that thing?
Probably the one who took his soul. I suggest we find that village as fast as we can, General.
Agreed. Let's stay on our guards.
Alright. Take the lead.
I've been thinking. Wraith, could this irregularity perhaps be a mutation of the Bloodburn? Telepathy, stolen minds? Sounds similar, doesn't it?
No.
What makes you so sure?
Because I did little else but study the Bloodburn after it took my family. It has nothing to do with this.
Your family?
Let's find the village, shall we?
Oh, treasure.
See that bridge over there? That's the...
More Dark Elves! Look out! Let's be quick! Move in. This is it.
All right. Let's take a look at that village.
And keep our weapons ready.
Yours breath. Are they all...
Siphoned, yes. Just as I expected.
Guardians, now what? Are they going to transform too?
We should prepare for the worst. Let's...
The light, feed the light. The black one carries the mirror.
Did you hear that?
Yes. One of them is still alive.
What do we have here? The light, feed the light. The black one will carry the horde.
That's strange. Has he been siphoned too, Wraith?
His soul is still intact, so no. His condition must have another cause.
I know that look on his face. Catatonia. Whatever happened here must have traumatized him so severely that his mind went into a state of shock.
But why didn't whoever siphoned the village take his soul too?
Good question.
What's your name?
The light, feed the light. The black one will carry the horde.
What happened here?
Light, feed the light. The black one will carry the horde.
Well, whatever did happen here, we proved your theory, Wraith. The soul vanishing is happening.
I always knew that it was happening. But why? And who is behind this? We need a witness.
There must be a way to get answers from him. Maybe we could... Do you see that? There's a scar on his forehead. No. It's a word. Samza. Is that his name?
Father? Is that you?
Norse claws. He thinks... Play along, General.
Yes. It's me, Samza.
They took them, Father, and they took them all and fed them to the Horde.
Who did? The Dark Elves? Please, tell me what happened here.
I don't wanna.
I need to know who did this so I can protect you.
Well, it's the only way I can protect you. Tell me, Samza. Please.
It was in the morning, and it was very cold, and I was at the village square, and then the masked people came. Everybody was scared of them, you know? A lady led them, but she was also masked, so nobody could see her face. She ordered everybody to come to the town square to make an announcement. They didn't want to, but they had swords, so they came anyway. Then when all the people were there, she raised the mirror.
A mirror?
The Horde of Souls. That's what she called it. Some people were scared and they tried to run, but the soldiers wouldn't let them. She then said that they'd all feed the light now, and then the Horde started glowing, and then it started eating people, and then it was so terrible, but they just wouldn't stop. They just wouldn't stop. When it was over, everybody was silent. So I was silent too. The woman looked at the Horde and left.
The woman. We need to find this.
Where there is change, there is always resistance. Now, it has a face.
You're the one he was talking about, aren't you? Better explain yourself fast. Who the hell are you?
Oh, only a servant to a higher purpose. Just like you. Now, I would warn you to surrender, but something tells me you will not. Let me see what you're made of.
Crescent.
Guardians? Who were they? They fought like Nor incarnate.
Sleepers.
What's a sleeper?
An elite soldier of the Dark Elven army. Psychic assassins. They're chosen at an early age and brought up in special homes called Wellsprings, where the overseers systematically traumatize them to unlock their psychic abilities.
So they're Dreamweavers?
Yes. Battle mages incapable of emotions. That masked woman, their leader, was one of them too. And a very powerful one at that.
Let me get this straight. You said that they systematically traumatized children in order to unlock their psychic abilities?
That's how Dreamweavery works, yes. No one really knows how they do it, but there are rumors... rumors you probably don't want to hear.
What, and the Calibrock citizens know about and tolerate this?
It's considered an honor. Though that doesn't mean that there haven't been mothers and fathers of Wellspring children who tried to free them.
How certain are you that they are sleepers?
100%.
Why didn't she transform the villagers like she transformed that farmer?
Good question. Maybe she wanted to save their hulls for later.
We should definitely be wary.
So who's behind this? Do you think they are acting under the orders of the Dark Elven realm?
On behalf of the Exalted Father, you mean? No, I don't think so. Why would the Exalted Father order them to destroy a Dark Elven village? But we'll find out. For now, we should prepare for battle. I doubt these sleepers were the last of the masked woman's soldiers.
Good. Then let's hope your mercenaries set up Cat.
Well, doesn't this place look lovely? What happened here, General? We heard fighting.
Speaking of Nor...
Who are you?
Pavon Kelwer, second in command of the Black Company. Now what happened here? This place looks like a troll threw a party at a pigsty.
Well, we found out who's behind these vanishings, and they are out for blood. I hope your men are ready to fight.
Count on it. We've set up an outpost south of here, as you ordered. We found a very good spot. There's even a Spire of Souls we can use for our purposes.
Spire of what?
Spire of Souls. We can use it to collect Echo, a magical substance we Dark Elves use for several purposes. We have specialized mages in the company, harvesters who can gather it from the bodies of the deceased. Yes. Think of it as spiritual residue. I can tell you more about it later, but now we should get back to camp and make a stand. Kelwier, give us an overview of the situation, will you?
Sure thing.
Yes?
While you were busy up here, we've set up an outpost in the south. Not much, but a place to start. And as I said, we also raised a Spire of Souls to harvest Echo. Now, since we're up against Dark Elves, we should prepare for heavy and regular attacks. Nor's children aren't known for their lack of resolve. You're calling the shots, of course. But if I were in your position, I'd be particularly careful with those small winding paths. My spectres said the Dark Elves have set up ambushes there. On the bright side, we were able to locate their base. You brought a map, didn't you? Here, I'll mark it for you. And that's about it. I'll be at the outpost should you have any further questions. Now, let's prepare for one hell of a fight, because that's what we're getting.
Alright, I'm gonna end the episode here.
General.
Oh, wait.
What is it?
Don't.
I found this on one of the dead sleepers. A teleport rune. It might come in handy.
Thanks.
Alright. You ready? I'm gonna end the video here. As always, like and subscribe. See you guys next time.